It's game over for the ECB USDC, and I'm going to set the tone and add the cherry on top. Draw a circle around the DTCC. They are all involved, and the foundation of the new financial system is being built by Ripple XRP. Now let's establish the mood for this video. We're going to discuss some revolutionary material that will astound you beyond belief, but first, pay attention to what Christine Lard has to say. She gives examples of circles and ripples here. What are the chances of that happening? And I'm not that in 2023, David Schwartz attested to the integrity of R3 and XRP. I'm going to play the video that we released, in which Brock Ringhouse approves of the stablecoins, but now that we know R3, let's just add the cherry on top. And Ripple is still in place because someone asked David Schwartz about 10 things the XRP community should know. He responded by saying that XRP doesn't use XRP and that R3 doesn't use XRPL. To the best of my knowledge, all of them are mostly accurate. However, there are a few minor outliers. For example, this link leads to the R3 website, where they debate the use of XRP as a settlement mechanism. In 2021, we also had a conversation at R3 concerning CBC stablecoins. We'll delve into the details of the 2021 Ripple and R3 talk about stablecoins that David Schwartz and the R3 director of CBSCs discussed. In another video, we see that as of November 2023, 40 billion XRP are locked up in the ESCR, and as of right now, the not enough XRP for everyone's circulating supply is 59 billion XRP. This means that there isn't enough XRP to go around and grab. Covered asterisk must see R3 document breakdown. Take a listen to this. Fedcoin is a cryptocurrency that is issued by central banks. This is merely a proof of concept. They are merely thinking at this point. However, given where we are now and the regulatory clarity that XRP has gained, together with all the significant movements it has made, this is going to be significant. You're going to get chills from this. Take a listen to this. It's R3. The topic of discussion was the central bank. Bitcoin peg, XRP might be the basis for a USDC. A peg is the next possible solution. The best way to tie a cryptocurrency to money issued by a central bank is to use another cryptocurrency. This means having the entire plan supported by the central bank itself. A potential approach to executing the plan would be for the central bank to set a price floor for an established cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Alright, so that's what they were discussing. Now, this isn't insane stuff, so pay attention to examine this issue. Does it matter that this is what we've always discussed about XRP to a $1,000 doll? The third issue is that setting a price floor for Bitcoin would result in a contentious scenario where the central bank would generously reward early adopters who purchased the cryptocurrency at a discount, therefore driving up its value. A spike in price might lead to a wave of cryptocurrency introductions as more people attempt to persuade central banks to accept them. That is significant. Wow. Pre-allocating the whole amount of tokens would be another method of creating Fedcoin. For instance, if a block of 100 trillion coins were granted, the central bank would keep it in reserve until it was needed. At the time of its founding, Ripple set the precedent for 100% pre-allocation. Of the 100 billion XRP that was created, Ripple Labs kept the majority, while the remainder was either auctioned off or given away. Do you recall what I said all the time? Because they were entering the market through a banker, Ripple pre-mined the 100 billion XRP and was pre-allocated. Ladies and gentlemen, from a regulatory standpoint, what can they do to integrate with the current financial system? Press the like button now. Central banks are unlikely to want to go to the banks, nor will they want to spend the time and energy opening branches all over the country. Instead, they would likely prefer to work with already existing companies that have large physical networks. The countries that are talking about anything big when it comes to technology are going to work with the private sector. A coin-hard situation is another potentially hazardous situation. According to Fork, a sizable portion of mining nodes decided to update the FCOIN protocol. Others decide against changing the legacy protocol because the advantages and disadvantages are too great to discuss. Here, however, they brought up Ripple and its digital asset, XRP. Since the beginning, we have had a 3 and quarter, and returning to the reasons why it is crucial to have XRP in escrow, these underscore the fact that banks and corporations will leverage Ripple's escrow. Why XRP from Ripple is unique in the financial and regulatory spheres, stability and predictability because the escrow mechanism releases XRP in a controlled manner. It offers a predictable and stable supply of XRP, which is vital for financial institutions and regulatory bodies. Stability is especially important for banks and the DTCC because they handle large-scale, high-value transactions and need predictable assets with, of course, reduced volatility. Danger of control: we know they're keen on compliance and transparency, and the RIS release of XRP lowers the possibility of abrupt price volatility, making it a more dependable asset for financial transactions. Since the beginning, Ripple's approach to escrow has shown a dedication to openness and regulatory compliance by planning the release of a sizable amount of the XRP and willingly locking it away. Ripple offers an openness that can foster confidence with regulatory bodies and government agencies. For organizations like the DTC, which are subject to stringent regulatory scrutiny, this transparency is essential. Without liquidity management or liquidity in the markets, markets would simply cease to exist. Helps manage liquidity in the XRP market, which is important for controlled release since a stable and liquid market is necessary for large-scale transactions like those managed by banks. And the DTCC of XRP guarantees that the market has enough liquidity without producing abrupt price declines from oversupply. If you consider releasing XRP even at $100, you will find that XRP and escrow can be controlled for decades to control volatility and market liquidity. Even with the recent increase in XRP's price, larger transactions still require a high XRP value due to liquidity issues. As an example, let's say you have two currencies. You will have to go look for a third-party currency for which there is no corresponding demand. We need to combine technological components that can use liquidity more effectively to settle more transactions. This brings us to the Players Project by the BIS Innovation Hub, where only a few will understand. This settlement occurs, which further complicates matters. Remain calm. We're not insane. Ripple is involved. They discussed ESCR here as well before moving on to their revised version, which was just published in October 2023. Pay attention to what they say about how difficult it is to create and deploy an offline payment feature for the CBC system, which involves some risks. Cannot be readily resolved, even with the efforts of numerous central banks and private sector players. There is no one-size-fits-all solution because every jurisdiction has different requirements. However, consider this: technology now exists that enables every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a jurisdiction that is compatible with any asset in seconds for less than a penny. We have the technology to make this happen now. We just need to figure out how to accelerate adoption. Of course, there are obstacles to overcome, such as incumbents, regulations, and inertia. However, imagine every financial institution settling with every other financial institution in seconds for less than a penny on any asset that is fundamentally transformative. Right now, they're working on it behind the scenes. Here, the World Bank, Citibank, and TD Securities were all involved in this. They're all in this together. Next, we have the DTCC choosing Corda for Project Ion, wherein Ripple XRP is correlated with a 3's Turb Power's first digital bond issuance on the Euro's digital financial market infrastructure. Finally, we look at some of their partners. Singapore's novelists, Monto Wells Fargo, SBI, Nasdaq, Morgan Stanley, and all other Ripple partners. We are working with the Swiss National Bank in 6 partnerships to test the issue of wholesale CBDCs in Switzerland. Although Ripple is very popular in Switzerland, they're all in on the B Innovation Hub's initiative, Helvita Phase 2, right? Take a listen to this. The issue of a wholesale CBDC on a DT platform run and owned by a third party, which is convertible into traditional reserve balances run and owned by a third party, was one of the fundamental design decisions. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely thank every one of you, and we will return with more videos soon. With the idea that cryptocurrency outro liquidity will someday be able to enable substantial international payments, we began to create waves. Spiral customers who recognize the advantages of our fiber-based network can migrate to ODL once the market is sufficiently developed, as planned, and this is precisely what is taking place. I believe that the solution we're creating has addressed a pressing issue, and I would advise everyone to grasp the purpose of the tokens. If someone is truly receiving value and utility from a real consumer, then my counsel to them would be to comprehend the utility. The token will have value.